Here are all the Mythic skins currently in Overwatch, ranked on this tier list from F to S. So what am I rating them on? Obviously in my opinion, but they're based off, first the skin idea, with the character it's on, second the effects, and third and finally, the customization. This is also part 1, because as of making this video, I realised I ain't fitting all of it into one. So with that all out the way, let's get to the first release to Mythic, Cyber Demon for Genji. I like this skin, not my favourite, but just how simple the idea is, and then how well it looks. The mask opening up is a standout, especially the glitch effects, like look at the dragon. Customization is all good, it works, but the skin itself is like Genji but more, which I think is cool. Still simple like Genji, but almost like a redesign, which I enjoy, but it's not that unique. So I'll be placing him in B. Now to Zeus for Jungle Queen. So straight to one of my favourites, this skin rocks. A perfect match for a character like Jungle Queen. So why do I love it? First, the effects are nice. Lightning strikes and stuff, not over the top, but it looks great. Second, the customization is awesome. You have really good weapon customization, plus the primary colours as options, making the skin look so different, is great. And like I said, the idea of giving a tyrant like Zeus, the Jungle Queen, is a cool idea, and a lot more interesting than a lot of the skins on this list. So I'll be giving her an S tier. If you're enjoying the video, please like and subscribe. I love talking about games, especially Overwatch. Okay, over to Amaterasu for Kiriko. Now to a Mythic which has an issue, the effects. It has none. Well, these rings are her ult, and a little glitter to her Hele, I guess, but it's nothing compared to pretty much every other Mythic, which definitely knocks this skin down. Though it's not a bad skin, but it's on a character who has a load of good skins, which makes it a little hard to place high up. So what do I like? The weapon customization is good. Overall, the skin lacks customization besides the head, with the colours being decent, so really the highest I can give this skin is SC. To the fourth Mythic, Galactic Emperor for Sigma. Okay, a little bias, but I like Sigma a lot. But this Mythic has an issue for me, being I really only like half of its customization. This looking sick, this looking kinda but the idea is awesome. A Space Emperor with the Force. Sigma, he controls gravity, same thing, super cool. I love it. It has simple but cool changes to its effects. Many black holes on his primary, and an orbital strike for his ult. Customization is decent. I only like the cap with any of the armor, which makes him so cool. The colors are 2 out of 3, as this one's a bit odd. This is also cool. Not much you can do with the orbs, but you know, they're good enough. That's why I'll be giving Sigma a B. Okay, over to Teresa's Adventurer Mythic, being the first Mythic to level up throughout a pass, where, unlike the rest, its final upgrade will stand out. So does it? I would say yeah, it does. And the skin is really good. So here's why. Its idea being an elf, with each stage being a different idea. First style, I'm not sure, just meant to be an elf, I guess. The second style, I connect to Robin Hood. And you know, Tracer's British, and it's an English sort of thing, so it works. And the final style being a knight, which is also very English based, which would fit the skin, making both ideas fit Tracer's character. The effects are cool, basically just her guns, and her ult having this effect, but the customization makes up for it easily. The guns having 3 cool designs, the skin I've already spoke about, and the colours do not miss. I literally couldn't put the skin any lower than an A. Next up, A7000 War God for Ana. For the coolest idea on this list, this is one of them. Let's go through it. It's just his face. I love it. It reminds me of the hybrids from Ben 10. But back to the idea, it's so good. It's an Omnic built to replicate Ana. I love robots, so it's already pretty good. Next, the effects. They're great. Robotic sound effects and electric looking abilities. And the customization is all around decent. 2 out of 3 for the armor. Not sure about having wire hair. And 2 out of 3 for colors, as this one is kinda dull compared to the rest. The weapon also being enhanced by the sound effects. With that all being said, I think this skin is an A. So this is where the Mythics start to be hit or miss for me. With the first being Onryo for Hanzo. Definitely more hit than miss. Let me show you why it misses. Any issue with this? Oh yeah, where is the customization? It's like they forgot about it. I do like this skin though. Turning Hanzo into this spirit looking thing is super cool. Wish there was less armor though. Could have been customizable, but the colors are great. The bone bow does do it a bit of justice. It just needs customization to make it actually good. The effects are alright. They're being carried by the skeleton dragon, and being the only reason this skin isn't any lower than SC. Now to the first F tier. I'll explain first. Pretty much this character has a skin like this one before, and unlike Hanzo, this has even less customization and isn't as interesting. It being Grand Beast for Orisa. In a vacuum, this skin is super cool. A bug skin for Orisa, but she already has one. Why Overwatch? First we give the Mythic no customization, then we choose a boring idea that's already done. The effects are decent at best. The customization, don't get me started. 4 colours, wow, how kind. And even to the weapon, we just add a few extra claws to the end. I wouldn't even count that as customizing it. It's just so underwhelming. Looking back at it, it is the most deserving of the bottom. But to a mythic with a little more hype behind it, Ancient Cooler for Moira is spooky. And I love spooky skins. And turning Moira into a wraith is perfect. She is the character made for it. As you can see, she has eyeballs. They're her balls in game. Absolutely perfect. Her fade getting some weird sound effects with it being changed, I believe. And the ult being somehow even more perfect. Better than her base ult, they made it more misty, which is cool. Customization is definitely a step up, as it has some, which I like, being these masks. Definitely adds to how creepy it is. With the colours being a 3 out of 4, which in the end makes the skin an A in my mind. Next, Vengeance for Mercy. I don't like Mercy, but the skin is just so good. This is the only Mercy skin I like, as it does a mythic right. The idea is Mercy, but she's the leader of Talon. Yeah, pretty spot on, with it making Mercy look like a bad guy, and it also being great design for her. Either way, it's got good effects, the res being the standout. Its customization lacks one thing, like the wings changing, or even the armor. I do like the colours and the masks, but the hair is kind of pointless to where it isn't a point of interest with the skin in particular. So I'll be giving it an A, right next to Moira. Over to Calamity Empress for Ashe. Hopefully not a hot take, but this mythic isn't bad, but not great. It's got a few things I really like, though overall it does look fine. Its design really reminds me of this Power Ranger villain. I'll put it up on screen. I think it's cool to give a corny villain to a character like Ashe. It also fitted the season it got released. Effect wise, it's fun, a whole lot of green, with lasers, even Bob shoots them, and the rifle eats the bullets, which makes me hate the other rifle design, which leads to the customization. I'm not sure about it. The mask doesn't look great. I wish it was Bob instead, getting changes, even though he does look good. The colours are also not great. The purple is cool, the red is alright, and this one looks good with emerald, but not great about it. Not sure, I think this skin is a C. It seems like a decent spot at the moment. I might change it later, depending on the rest of the list. Next, Anubis for Reaper. This skin makes Reaper look so cool. Unfortunately, I would have liked the skin on Ram instead, but with that not in mind, it's perfect. The theming is good for Reaper. Anubis fits for him, as he's a half-dead guy, and the skin goes for an undead theme, rather than a mystic god theme, but these things kind of ruin my entire point. Amazing effects though, so the primary, Wraith, and teleport, and even the ult, all awesome looking. Not being lowered by their colours as well, as some mythics don't match their effects with certain colours, which puts me off some of them. Finally, customization, you go from a sleek, no armour Reaper to a One Piece Awakening look. The mask actually stands out, because it's Reaper, it's kind of his thing. The last mask is especially good. All 3 colours don't miss, even the aspects look good. I literally love this skin, maybe not as much as the other S tiers, but it's definitely up there. Finally to the last mythic of this video, Spellbinder for Widow. So unfortunately, ending it on a bad note, as I don't like this skin, because it's on Widow, and to me, it's supposed to be a moneymaker skin, just stuck on Widow because at this point, they weren't doing duplicate mythics. As it does not suit the cold-blooded assassin, and doesn't try to be, especially the fact that she still has a normal gun. That's the issue, the character has a gun, and it's a witch skin. Other characters could have translated better. Saying that, the only one I can think of is Mercy, so maybe not, but you get the point. But then why would Reaper have guns with his mythic? Well, that skin looks better, so I don't really care. And the Mirror Watch mythic should have gone to Winston, and Mercy should have got the witch skin. Then there wouldn't have been any problems. But the effects I guess are done decently. Until you get to the ult, and it's just normal, so it really knocks the skin down. At least soldiers get some colour to it. Last, customization is pretty boring. Like, you're just going to use the maxed out outfit because it looks the best. The hat personally, I'm not sure how to think of it, but the colours are really nice. So this skin is a D, as I think it's valid to like it. That should be all for this video. So here's the tier so far. I think I've done a pretty good job. I didn't want to make this video too long, as I'm not sure if it will do well, but if you're here, I must have done something right. And if you wanted to show it, like and subscribing would be great. So part 2 will be in the future. Also, you should go follow my TikTok, as I'll be posting my opinions on the Malga Mythic after this video is posted, as I really don't like that skin.